Namaste.
Namaste, friends.
Namaste, friends. Welcome, welcome. We are continuing our journey in the cosmic cycle of existence. And yesterday we explored Brahma, the creator, the creation, the beginning of the cycle. And in this portal we're exploring the sustainer, Vishnu. So that's life, that's the divinity that permeates all life, that keeps life going. Vishnu has so many different names, and in mantras, for some reason, there's not many mantras that have the name Vishnu in them. For some reason, there are many different names that are used in mantras. For example, Rama, Krishna. They're all Vishnu. It's all the same energy, but has like slightly different qualities. And the name we'd like to use today for Vishnu is Narayana. Narayana. And I think that's such a beautiful sound. You know, it's so musical, and that's also why I love these names of the deities, because they are musical, they are beautiful, they're aesthetic. And for me that's a beautiful way to address the divine, because how do we address the divine? How do we, when we call out or when we pray, you know, what do we say? Like God, Goddess, you know, divine creation, creator, but we can also say Narayan. What do you say when you pray? Do you address
Deva? I say Deva.
No, you don't.
It's divine.
Yes. So Narayana, and Narayana actually means the one who dwells in all beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in whom all beings dwell. So it's really it's love is space. It's what we swim in, what we are in, what permeates every cell of our beings, and everything, every pixel of this universe is full of that divine energy.
That's true. This is a pretty melody to honor Vishnu.
I'd also like to share a little. Can I share one more little story?
Sorry, yeah.
Because that was a huge insight for me when I realized that unconsciously, in some way, I had this concept that this body, this me, was somehow spared from the divine in some way. So I felt like, separate. That's the word, separate. It felt like a little circle, and that's me, and me. I am this thing that can make mistakes, that makes mistakes, that is somehow in control of this thing, and everything outside me feels like the divine, something that I can't control, and I accept as divine creation and divine synchronicity, and people are, you know, divine as they come towards me and teach me lessons, but somehow I am separate, and I really can screw this up, this life, you know. And it was such a big insight when I realized, wow, this divine flows through me just the same. And when I make a mistake, it's also divine guidance. It's also something that has had to happen, that had to be experienced. Maybe I needed to experience to make what looked like a deroute or what brought some challenge or some, you know, shake up into the situation. when I say it now, it seems like such a little thing, but it was such a huge insight. This insight that we cannot make mistakes. We're always learning. We're always learning, and everything everything can be welcome like that. So, because of this feeling of we are honoring our own divinity, we're honoring that Narayan, that sacredness that's within us, we'd like to invite you today to do the japa with a mirror. And actually find a mirror. You can stop the video for a moment and just find a good place for you to sit with a mirror, sit comfortably. You could stand also, but maybe sit. And where you look into your own eyes. And you do this japa. We do 108 rounds of this beautiful mantra, very simple mantra. And you look into your own eyes and you look into the divine and you feel yourself being looked at by the divine that happens to have your eyes, and just stay with that the whole way, and at the end then you can just close your eyes and just feel whatever that has moved in your body and in your soul. So take a moment to find your place in front of a mirror, and we're gonna just prepare our instruments.
So we go into the,
Maybe today you can, if you have been using the mala, maybe today you can just relax into me doing the counting, so you can just fully focus on the experience of singing to yourself and being sung to by yourself, being showered by the mantra. Start with our 3 ohms. This every day. Let's take a deep breath and breathe out. Big breath. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. And still with your eyes open, just take a moment to bow down to yourself with a Namaste mudra, just to honor this journey you've been on. Looking into your eyes, still in the mirror, with a sense of gratitude. And then when you're ready, come into the silent space with your eyes closed. Just making sure that the body is as relaxed as it can be, your shoulders, belly.
And keeping your spine straight if you can. Keep that intention there. It's not tension, it's intention. Your shoulders are relaxed, but your spine is straight.
And this is a moment also to lift up your gaze with your eyes closed to the space between the eyebrows to the third eye. Om Namo Narayanaya. I bow down to the one in whom all beings dwell and who lives in all beings. Just taking a moment to feel that every single living being that we see, that we are aware of, that we can think of, everyone an expression of this life energy that is God, godly, that is divine, and is sacred. And take a deep breath.
See if you can find that inner smile you were talking about. Sense of gratitude for no reason.
Nobody can.
A little song. A little song. Nobody can. It's the song from the forest the voice in the trees. It's the dance of the spirit and the shadow that it leaves. Call of the wind that we cannot deny. It's the love between you and I. And nobody can give it like you can. Nobody can live it like you. Nobody can. It's the sun on the meadow at the first light of dawn. It's the sound of a baby being born. It's the dance of the mountain when there's nobody there. The dance of life we share. And nobody can dance like you can. Nobody can dance like you. Nobody can live it like you can. Nobody can give it like you. Nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can. That's a good reminder, isn't it? That self-acceptance. When we look in the mirror, it gets very trippy. We wonder who we really are, and we just sit there looking at our eyes and looking at our face. And it becomes clear, like David said, there's no barriers. There's no physicality. There's no edges to physicality. So it's a good reminder that nobody can do anything as good as you, because you are the universal truth in it.
Embodied.
Embodied. Embodied. That's true.
So yeah, that's a beautiful practice for today. When you just catch your reflection somewhere, just remember you see whatever you want to call it, Narayan, you see the goddess, you see divinity, you see whatever you want to call it, creation, source. Just make that the first thought you have when you see yourself. And enjoy.
Namaste.
Namaste. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Jazz.
Jazz. Interesting comment.
Shall we do one more time?
No, it's okay.
That's good. It's good. It's all divine. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Blessings. You want to say goodbye?
Bye-bye.